Hi guys, well it's weekly wrap time and end of a very wet week in Sydney, which played a bit of havoc on racing this week. But big news for us, we had the chairman's sale, the English chairman's sale last night out at Warwick Farm, where our fabulous mare Pia Rossa was sold. And look, it was a wonderful night. We had some owners out there. They really turned it on out there at Warwick Farm, and it was really exciting times. Pretty bittersweet actually. We're losing her to a stud across the ditch in New Zealand, but yeah, what a fabulous experience.
Yeah, it was a great way to wind up what's been a really successful syndicate and a great group of owners in that horse. So I was really pleased to see them get a nice result there. Yeah, Group 3 winner, fourth in a Group 1. She's been a magnificent mare and given everyone a great ride, and just to finish it off with a good sale like that is fantastic, and another really good experience for the owners as well. Obviously, outside of race day, getting to go to the chairman's sale and being part of that whole shebang, which was a great night. And yeah, it was an interesting sale, wasn't it? It was a bit of a sticky sale this year, which was quite different. You know, I think the averages were up, but the clearance was down, which sort of indicates too that people are getting very, very particular on what they were after there with those mares last night. But yeah, a great sale and really good event to be a part of.
And ultimately, it was a great result for Pia Rossa, and we'll watch what comes along. I did say to Chris last night we'll have to go to Karaka and buy the foal back once we see who she goes to.
Likely going to Proceed at the moment, which probably will be a really good mating for her. So certainly something that'll probably get out over ground, and yeah, look forward to seeing how she goes as a broodmare. But she's found a lovely home there. She's going to be very well looked after, and the pastures are always long and green. So happy days for Pia Rossa.
Yeah, and although it's getting cooler, it's a fabulous time of year, isn't it? We've got the broodmare sales going on. There'll be the Magic Millions in a couple of weeks up there. End of autumn carnival. We're coming into the Brisbane carnival. We've got some of the young babies heading into the stable for the first time, so it's a really exciting time of year. So.
They're happy with that Bivouac colt too, aren't they? At Kieran Maher's stable, he's been through. And had a bit of an extended stay, is handling things so well.
Yeah, no, well, Joe, the Kieran's assistant trainer, and Kieran are both very happy with how forward he is. And I even walked into their office the other day, and one of the office girls said how exciting he was. So anyway, it's very early days, but
looking forward to it. It's always exciting to see these babies coming through and learning their craft. So. Yeah, looking forward to it all. A lot in store.
Absolutely. So this week we've got a few options and a few things going on.
Yep.
Starting, which is very exciting, with Amelia's, who will look to debut at some point this week. The Sydney Metro meet was Gosford. Now it's been moved to Newcastle. So that's on tomorrow up at Newcastle. Look, we've accepted there. Questionable whether she'll run just because of the wet and the strength of the field. But Annabelle's been very happy with her. And if she doesn't run tomorrow, she's likely going to run on Thursday at Gosford.
Yeah, that's right. I think, look, it's hard with these babies. Ideally, you don't know whether they're going to handle the wet or not until you actually try them. But ideally, if we can help her, we want to try and avoid starting her on a really heavy track just for her debut race. We always want to make it as positive experience as possible, and it's hard at the moment. So we are juggling. Thankfully, there's a few options there. There's also the Woodlands race up there at Scone, a listed race, which she could potentially debut in as well. Obviously, a bit of an ask first up, but we are really happy with the way she's going. And look, it's on the cards, but yeah, just juggling a few things, and we'll eventually land on something for her. But excited to see her get underway.
Wherever she runs, very exciting for the owners. So good luck, and look forward to seeing plenty of you on track, wherever that is. Then we move to Wednesday, and up at Ipswich, we've got two out of the Annabelle stable up there, up in Queensland. Yep. We've got Diablo Bolt, who's resuming he finished last preparation with 2 wins and a third, well and truly up in trip compared to what he was doing down here. And he's trialled really well, and it'll be great to see him get back to the races.
He's had a new lease of life up there, which has been great. And as you say, a couple of wins last preparation out over a trip was the key for him. And this is first up, 1,350 metres, so well short of what he needs, but a good place to kick off. And he's a horse who will only be warming up over the mile. So it's necessary, get his fitness up, and then we'll start increasing the distances. And I expect him to be having a really nice prep in a few races' time.
Reckon he'll be ready for 3,200 in November?
Well, there's a bit of work to do, a bit of water to go under the bridge before then, but hey, you've got to aim up.
Exactly. So, and then we've got Belliave. She is debuting for the Annabelle Neesham stable this coming week. She was scratched today because of a bad barrier, I think.
Barrier.
So she's also going to go to Ipswich, and it's exciting. She trialled really well, and it'll be good to see her step out.
Yeah, I think she's going to be really well placed up there as well, actually, and can see her knocking off some races. So, unfortunately she got that bad barrier, and it's a sort of a track which isn't friendly to the bad barriers either, which makes it even worse. But fingers crossed she draws well this time.
Yeah. Also on Wednesday, we've got Sweet Proposal nominated on the Kenzo track. And she'll probably be nominated for Kembla Grange on the Saturday as well, so we'll keep an eye on that. But she's coming off a very good first up run at Gosford, where she finished a close second, and the step up in trip will really help her.
Yeah, exactly. Close second, all right. Don't get much closer, but super run, and 1,400 is going to be right up her alley this next start. So either assignment, I'd expect her to be very competitive if she repeats that last performance. For sure. And it's a super maiden is that one on Saturday as well, so a bit of extra prize money. So a couple of nice options for her.
So and then we move on to Thursday, and I've already mentioned Amelius. If she doesn't run tomorrow, she might run next Thursday. But the other one is our European import Hiawatha. He's looking for his third start of the preparation, and over the same trip of 2,100, and hopefully he can get the job done this time.
Yeah, exactly. I think it'll be every chance. There's also a couple of other options coming up for him as well, so there's a bit of juggling. Just the other options being metropolitan races there on bigger tracks, which is probably going to be suiting him better. But I mean, his last race there at Gosford obviously shows he's more than capable of winning around there, but you would imagine he would appreciate a bigger track even more. So a few nice options coming up, and we'll decide with him as well very shortly.
Be nice if they transferred the Thursday meet to Newcastle as well.
Certainly would, that would suit.
Absolutely, but anyway, look, that's it for our runners this week. So then we move on to Red Hot Tip Time. I thought we had a bit of a shocker, but I'm going to run through it.
I can't even remember.
You picked one, which was actually at pretty decent value until race time.
What
Schwartz.
Do you mean? Everyone jumped on the Red Hot Tip?
No, I think there was a few scratchings.
Schwartz,
he won at $2.40.
Good on him.
And I didn't have a great day. I did have one that I didn't tip, but I mentioned, the Map.
That old chestnut.
So hopefully for the favourite tippers, the Map won by a country mile and looked fabulous. So paid $1.85.
Win to win.
I wasn't too proud of that, but I'll take it because nothing else did any good.
No.
I had a scratching, and poor old Nullify just couldn't get the trip. So
no, ran well though, but just couldn't see the distance.
She did. Yeah. So anyway, but so moving on to this week, what do you got?
This week, tough week actually. I thought I had to agonise over them a little bit, but luckily I found a few at Newcastle. I'm going to start with race 5, Scarlet Oak. Zach Lloyd on board. First try up over a mile, but bred by Kermadec, so I think certainly should appreciate the mile and is running well leading into it, so a good winning chance there. And then race 7, Steffi Magnetica, with Dylan Gibbons on board. I think, probably be getting back and finishing off strongly, run into the top 3, so each way chance. And race 8, Grabini, or Grabeni, however you pronounce, with Sammy Clipperton on board. A bit of a tricky gate, but I think another each way chance. So a couple of each way chances and a win.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're not going to help many people today because I've got those two races as well. Well, no, not race 5. I'm on race 7, the Takeover Target Stakes. I'm on number 9, Diamond Diesel. I'm sure I'm giving you all a little more value than Chris is, but home track loves the wet. So Diamond Diesel in race 7.
Is that for a win? Is that on the nose?
Yeah, it's all for the win.
Okay.
Race 8, The Coast, which Chris was on. I'm on number 3, I Know a Star. Question is the wet, but we'll see how it goes. And I do also like number 2, Williamsburg. Don't know how you fit that in, but loves the wet. It's a bigger odds, so maybe I Know a Star for the win, and then you could do a Quinella. If you like.
We've given people 3 horses in that one race.
Yeah,
Nothing like having a few options.
What about a box trifecta?
There you go. You could be onto something.
Yeah. And then I'm moving across to Morphettville, race 8, The Goodwood. And I can't go past. She's a well-priced favourite. I love Amelia's Jewel, coming off a second in the Quokka to Overpass. Race 8 at Morphettville, number 2, Amelia's Jewel for the win. That's it.
That's it. All right. Well, have a great weekend, everyone. Enjoy the weekend with your family and friends. Hopefully it stays dry, and we'll be back in touch next week.
Good stuff, guys. Good luck to all the runners, or the owners of the runners this week, and look forward to seeing you next week.